Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to try run the CNT algorithm, and for attribute selection we are going to use information gain. Here is an example of our data set which we are going to use to elaborate our work. We have three columns: species, green, and height. What we are going to do is we are going to predict the species on the basis of green and height attributes. For that we have to understand which attribute or column should come first. For that we have to use attribute selection measure information gain. So for this we have to first calculate the entropy and average conditional entropy and the gain. Entropy is the probability of the occurrence of specific type in a column. So in species we have two types like Martians and humans. Martians have 5 attributes, 5, and human 3. For calculating species entropy we have to calculate like this. When we calculate this equation we got 0.94, and this is the entropy of species. Now we have to calculate the average conditional entropy for the columns green and height. First we are going to calculate for green. We have 3 samples which says yes, the color is green, and 5 samples which says the column is not green. So for calculating the average conditional entropy, we will do is first we will calculate for 3 samples, which is like, now as we all know, what we are doing is, here is we have 3 samples which is say yes. Now we are seeing these 3 yes, against these yes we have only Martians, no humans. So for these 3 samples we have only Martians. So this is like this: we have 3 total and 3 Martians, and in 3 totals we don't have any human. Here again we have total 3 samples for yes, and in the 3 sample of yes we have 3 Martians and 0 humans. So here is for the Martian part and here is for the human part, and it's concluded as 0 if we calculate it. And now for sample of 5 samples. For 5 samples we are doing this like, we have 5 samples. In 5 samples of no, we have 1, 2, 3 humans and 2 Martians. 3 humans and 2 Martians. So for calculating this, we will like that 5 में 3 are humans, so their entropy plus the 2 Martians in, when we calculate this equation we'll get 0.97. And for calculating the average of these two, we are going to do is, we are going to multiply this condition with the total, in our total are 8, in this 3 are yes and no's. For like this, multiply by the probability we have for 3 samples. Then add other for no's. Which is 0.61. And now for the gain, we have to subtract the species entropy with the average we have calculated, and what we will get is 0.33. Now we have to do this process for the attribute height. In height, we have 3 different categories: short, long, and medium. We have 2 shorts, 2 sample of short, 4 samples of long, and 2 samples of medium. Now, like before we have done, for these samples we have to see which are Martians and humans. In these 2 samples of short, this and this, we have Martians and Martians. 2 samples of Martians, 0 samples of human. And in these 4 long samples, 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 1 human, 2 Martians, 3 Martians, 3 Martians, 1 human. And in the medium section we have 1 human, 2 humans, and 0 Martians. Now for the 2 samples, we got the equation like 2 by 2 log की base 2 by 2 plus 0 by 2, because we have no human characterized in this category. We got 0 for 4 samples. We got 0.82. And for last 2 medium samples, now for calculating average, 8 out of 2 are short, 8 out of 2 are short, 8 out of 2 were medium, and 8 out of 4 were large. So we got, now we have to information gain, which is entropy minus the gain we have calculated for that attribute, and we got 0.53. Now we have information gain for green, which is 0.33, and information gain for the height, which is 0.53. Now the value of information gain height attribute is larger, so we put this in the upper node. And we have three attributes like short, long, and medium. Now we have the green attribute, and green is further divided into yes. We can now say if the height is short in this, we are medium, and this and that. And this is all we have to do for dry run on decision tree. We can also use gain ratio for attribute selection. In this, we have to calculate split information of each attribute.